Hello everyone, Boyces here, and today I will be presenting you the best comps to play in patch 10.2 for TFT set 4. There was just a lot of minor changes in the patch rundown, so you're going to see a lot of similar comps that are just that went from just being OP to great basically, and some untouched comp that basically because of the nerf go back to S tier in my opinion. If you enjoyed these videos, please like it and subscribe. It helps a lot. The YouTube algorithm. You can ask me in the comments or on my Discord. But here you go. And the first one is a lot of people's favorite Vanguard mistake. RE2 got nerfed to 75 damage from her ult, but let's be honest, she's still one-shotting your carries. Yeah, I actually do not know how they can fix this comp just because it just when it comes online with RE2 and Lucian it's just too good. Right? It's just now she's not gonna one-shot the tanks. She's still gonna one-shot all the sharpshooters, your ashes, all of that. Right? Yeah, there is not much more to say. I really recommend more on Sejuani that can also do a lot of damage. Any tanky items on the Sejuani or on the Aatrox. The Chosen is basically any Vanguard. Best, of course, will be the Trash Sejuani Aatrox or Mystic with Cassiopeia, Yumi, Diana. Yeah, not much to say about this comp. It's still going to be really good. She's still gonna match up the entire team except the tank. But yeah, definitely still S tier. Sharpshooters. So, it's a little weird because Sharpshooter were known to be basically really good in a late game where you get R6 online and it's doing a ton of damage. So they nerfed the 6 Sharpshooter buff. They did leave the 4 Sharpshooter alone and they buff 2 Sharpshooter. That means you're gonna have a better early game. Vayne got also buffed as well. Maybe something like Vayne Needle in your game would be much better. For the items, there is actually so many different things that you can do. I really recommend having at least one Zikis. If you can two, that's great. On your Jinx to allow the Jhin and the Teemo to do more damage. After that, it's basically whatever you can get. I really like Brew Buff Drew Gauntlet. You can do a Brew Buff Rage Blade, Rabadon, Ludens. Like, there's so many options. Jhin items always going to be i.e. Last Whisper or any sword item is fine. Guardian in too. Just damage. Okay. Again, you need your front line to live for as long as possible. So the two best in start would be Sejuani and Aatrox to give you the time and this damage. I really like having an Azir 8 to have the traditional front line and covering your carries. Still really strong. They basically want you to run 2 or 4 sharpshooters instead of always going for 6 and having basically no decision in the game if you get a Vayne on at level 2, 3, and you're like, well, okay, I know what I'm gonna go for this game. Right, I will never sign my Chosen and 6 sharpshooters, have a Vanguard frontline, and call it a day. So it's still going to be really strong because it's just 10 damage reduction per bounce at 6 sharpshooters. But it's still gonna do a ton of damage. So that's why probably other items like Zikis now, also Zikis got nerfed, would be great on the Jinx to have more damage instead of just UT. But definitely still an S tier comp in my Ninja Assassin. So this I believe is the best version. You don't need to go 6 assassin for ninjas and have nothing else. I do believe that it is. Akali got nerfed to cast every basically 1.5 seconds. I mean, she's still gonna crit, she's still gonna do a ton of damage. It's still going to be insane. Ninja at 4 is going from 150 to 140. Again, it's not that huge of a nerf. This comp is still going to be strong. But I do believe that you need at least adept and mystic just to slow down the fight at first and for assassin to not get one shot by anything that maybe a sharpshooter really doesn't. Overall, really good comp. Definitely S tier as well. And just to show you, because there is actually another version that people were playing, instead of having Akali as a carry, you can have Zed carry and go for 4 ninjas, 3 shades, and a bunch of others help you. This can be a good fit. All you need is basically bows on your Zed and you go. The shield will do a ton of damage. He will do a ton of damage with the 4 ninja buff, which is 140 AD now, sorry. Yeah, really strong comp. You can definitely go for this if you get Shade chosen. Just keep this in mind. Brother Ash, or Elderwood Ash, however you want to call it. So this is actually dangerous because this comp was untouched and it was already good, and the counters to it, the good comps again, all got nerfed. This was untouched, so I would really recommend playing this comp for many reasons. Dazzler got buff and you play Dazzler. Ezreal got buff, you play Ezreal. Set got buff, you play Set. Ash had some buff and a bug fix where now she can crit at every arrow. And now the Runans can have 100% AD, but all the additional attacks can crit and will do that much damage. So that's why I put those 3 items. Of course, a QSS is highly recommended. But yeah, that's a lot of units that got buffed in the comp. And it was already good, so that's why I'm putting it in A tier for now. But this is kind of scary, to be honest. So it's definitely something to look for if you get Elderwood chosen. Definitely consider going for this. Yeah, it was good, now it's great. I will consider it definitely S tier. This comp is somehow still slipping, and I do not know why. This is better. I do not know why, because it is really good if you can get it online. Diana with those items is carrying you to the late game. Like, there is no way around it. You just 3-star the Diana, the Lissandra, and you just level, play those units, and yeah, really good comp, guys. Like, you really need to consider playing this if you get a Moonlight chosen. Do not go for 5 Moonlights, it's a bait. You're gonna roll too much to 3-star or 4 Moonlight units. It's not worth it. Just stay at 3, play those 2, those items on the Diana, and you're good to go. It's really good. If you get a Moonlight chosen, if you have components for those items, I would insta go for this comp. It's like really good. Dusk. So Dusk is a little weird right now. I think this will be the start of the A tier. But it is still really good and can definitely give you a top 4. But I do believe that because of this meta with so many Vanguards and so many basically IEs and that Whisper around, actually you really need Bramble Vest, Dragon Claw to make this comp work on the Riven. Like, those are like basically core. If you do not have that, you're like too fast and you won't have enough damage to carry you. So I really recommend those two. The third story can be Guardian Angel, Centralka, Blue Buff. There is two possible options. But those two right now, as the meta is going, with a bunch of crit items, Bramble, Dragon Claw are definitely against Ari players, against Ash players, against Assassin, and it. You do need some kind of damage on the chain though. So i.e. Giant Slayer, Deathblade, whatever it is. And yeah, this is still a great comp. You can definitely top 4 with it. It was Cotis also got buffed in the early game. So something that you can do is slowly pivot out of 6 Cotis to 3 and add up the Dusks as you level. And you are going to have a really strong early, mid, and late game. Really recommend this comp, especially because it's not that content and it can give you Duelist. Yeah, Duelists are still super strong. If you get the chosen Yasuo Duelist, great, go for it. Restart him. You're gonna have a really great early mid game that should basically carry you to the top 4. And then you just add all those units like great synergies. For Divines, I know it's not essential, but that's how it is. You really need the Yoni to give the lifesteal on the Yasuo. Just because there is so many Vanguards around, I really like the IE Last Whisper on the Yasuo. USS is also core. If you don't have a Last Whisper, I recommend Guardian Angel. But yeah, if you do get any other adepts, I recommend Kalista carry with RFC or Runans, and then maybe something like a Rabadon to make it quicker. A Blue Buff always on the Lee Sin. Lee Sin got nerfed, but it's still going to be an insane unit that experience cast. Still, yeah, definitely really strong comp. If you get chosen Yasuo, you first start him, you're going top 4. Definitely A tier. And now, this is one of my personal favorites that nobody is playing, but it's still really strong. Just because there's a better version of this, kind of, which is Mega Mystic. But if you cannot find the array and you just find those units, it's a bunch of small synergies. You have 4 Mystics, 3 Adept, Kindred 3. That will one-shot everything. Every time shield. Even the Vanguard. Unless Bramble Vest, of course. But yeah, this is really strong, guys. It's a sleeper still. I don't know why, but highly recommend playing this. It's very strong. Kindred is still an awesome carry. If you can get her to 3 stars, she will one shot almost every time she ults. You have Adept and 4 Mystics. Of course, you just make sure that your Kindred doesn't get blown up by an Airy 2 that crits, for example, or anything like that. Otherwise, you win against pretty much anything. Yeah, that is it for this video, guys, for this tier list. Of course, this is the day before the patch, so are about maybe change. I will let you know if it does, but this is my prediction. Every great comps got nerfed. They are slightly worse, but they are still, I think, best, except Elderwood Ash is going to be like definitely S tier, really good with all stuff. That's kind of scary, actually. Maybe you can go back to a Brawler meta. In this case, you would Giant Slayer a lot more. Taste into Dusk is a forgotten comp, I feel, and you should definitely play it if you can, because it's not that contested. Riven is still an insane carry, however, you do need Bramble Vest and Dragon Claw. Diana, Moonlight, please, it's 33 LP, guys. Just play it. If you get Moonlight, Lissandra, or Diana, just play that, especially if you have the components. Yeah, let me know if you do have any questions in the comments or on my Discord. You have the link in the description. We'll see you guys next